Hi friends! Gonna read another chapter today. We're really plowing through this book. There's only a couple more chapters left at this point. Um, we've really done a great job filling out our paper. Check it out. I do want to note that some of you have said that you filled out the box that said, what did the main character want? And I think that's awesome because I think you definitely could have by now. Remember, what the main character wants might be different from the problem or the conflict in the story, right? What do you think the main character wants? What does Arlo want? I'm going to give you a day to think about it. It's different. The problem or the conflict is that they think that Mr. Granite is from another planet. But what he and his schoolmates want by the end of the book is totally different. It's a totally different answer. So if you have an answer that you want to give me, you can drop it in the comments below. You can write it on your paper and send it to me, and we'll discuss it tomorrow, okay? All right. So today we're reading from Mr. Dan Gutman's Mr. Granite is from Another Planet. We are reading chapter number 9, which is called Tattletales. And if you're reading along, it's on page number 63. Here we go. I didn't believe for a minute that Mr. Granite was born in New Jersey. He was an alien from another planet for sure. And even though we didn't have a picture of him peeling off his face, we decided there was only one thing for us left to do. We had to tell Mr. Klutz. The next morning, we'll all meet at school early to go to Mr. Klutz's office. When we got there, he was wearing one of those weird square hats that we had to wear at graduation, and he was sticking his head out the window. Why are you sticking your head out the window? Ryan asked. Oh, excuse me, said Mr. Klutz, pulling his head back inside. I had to sharpen my pencil. You have a pencil sharpener outside your window? Asked Michael. No, I was just gathering solar energy to power my pencil sharpener, Mr. Klutz told us. See, this cap has a solar panel in it. It was Mr. Granite's idea. Mr. Klutz showed us how to sharpen a pencil with his solar-powered pencil sharpener. It was pretty cool. We wanted to talk to you about Mr. Granite, said Ryan. I'm all ears, Mr. Klutz said. No you're not, I told him. You have eyes and a nose and a mouth too. Check out his cap and see him sharpening his pencil right there. And those are all the solar panels on top of his cap. That's funny. It would be weird to be all ears, you know. It's just an expression, you dumbhead, said Andrea, rolling her eyes. It means that Mr. Klutz is listening. I knew that, I lied. Anyway, we think there's something weird about Mr. Granite, I said. Yes, I agree, Mr. Klutz said. I can't put my finger on it. Why would you want to put your finger on it, I asked. Mr. Granite lives in a pod, Emily said, and he has no nose hair, said Michael. Mr. Klutz, said Andrea, we suspect that Mr. Granite is from another planet. Said Mr. Klutz. It's funny you should mention that. The other day I saw a flying saucer in the teacher's lounge. Wait, what? We all shouted, you did? Yes, said Mr. Klutz. The teachers were throwing their teacups around again. I'll have to make another announcement about that. If Mr. Granite really is an alien, will you have to fire him? Asked Emily. Or attack him with laser beams, said Ryan. Said Mr. Klutz. This has never come up before. I'm not sure that aliens from another planet are actually allowed to teach 3rd grade. I'll definitely have to check with the Board of Education book. Well, I'm bored of education, period, I said. In the meantime, Mr. Klutz said, let's keep all our eyes peeled. Oh, that would probably hurt, I told him. Can't we just watch Mr. Granite instead? Okay, let's do that, he said. I want to know everything about him. I want to know what makes him tick. Mr. Granite ticks? I asked. Maybe there's a clock inside him, like the crocodile in Peter Pan. Maybe there's a bomb inside him, Ryan said. Mr. Granite swallowed a bomb? Asked Emily. Oh, we must do something. Run for your lives, shouted Neil, the nude kid, and we all went running out of Mr. Klutz's office. It seems like that meeting didn't go as well as it should have, right? Okay, so that's the end of the chapter. I don't think that their investigating is getting much better than it was yesterday or the day before. Do you? Maybe today, if you're making post-its, you can talk about the things that they did to investigate Mr. Granite. You can talk about the pod and, as weird as this sounds, his nose hair and talking with Mr. Klutz. Those are all important things that you could use from that paper that says, I think. All those kinds of phrases and whatever are things you could talk about or write down today. See you tomorrow.